Greetings, Indian Trail staff. This is Jordan Billings, and we are going to be talking about flipped learning. This is sort of an extension of what we talked about in December, just in the form of a video. So we're going to be talking about how you set up Screencast-O-Matic. We're going to look at how you can set up your microphone, how to turn on the webcam, basic stuff. And then we're going to talk about how you do a YouTube account and how you upload that material so that students can watch it. The first thing that you are going to need to do is you're going to need to get the Screencast-O-Matic program. You can do that a couple of ways. The easiest way that I have found is to actually just download it to your computer. That way, if you're in the middle of trying to videotape and then all of a sudden the internet goes out, that would be a problem. So I just recommend downloading it. It doesn't really take that long. It's probably about a 5-minute process. So if you're taking a look here, when you go to screencast-o-matic.com, there's this thing here that says start recording. This will start recording from the website. So if you do that, again, that's fine. You'll get to sort of the same thing, but again, you may run into some problems if your internet blinks out. So right here in the process, it says download and install. So you can click on that, and then it will take you to this website that says, hey, do you want to download it? And it has a little green arrow that says download now. You'll click that on this one, and then you'll click it on another one, and then it will download a little exe file that you just open up, and it will say, do you want to install this? Yes or no. I would recommend hitting yes, because otherwise you won't install it. Hit yes, and then it will download to your computer. So that's kind of your first step, downloading it, or if you want to use it from the website, again, both will work. When you're ready and you've got it installed, how you open up the program is you should be able to go into your Windows icon, which is right here. Sometimes, if you've just installed it, it will be nice and it will show up here for Screencast-O-Matic. If not, you'll have to go to All Programs right here, and it should be in alphabetical order. So you just go down to Screencast-O-Matic, and then you hit the icon, double-click it, and you should be ready to go. How you know it's working is this little box will show up. And of course, since Screencast-O-Matic is a business, there's this huge box that says Enable Pro Features. If you do that again, I think it's like $12 a year or something like that. I can't remember the exact price, but you can pay for it if you would like, but the free service works pretty well for me. So this teeny little box that says use the free version, that's the one that I would recommend. So, but that's how you kind of download it and how you get to open it. The next thing that we'll go through, and of course, and I say this in all of my videos, that you can, of course, pause, you can rewind and go back if you missed anything. That's, again, one of the beauties of these flipped learning things. It's probably why a lot of us want to do it in the classroom. If you have a student that's missing things here and there, you can just say, hey, I said it in the first part of the video, so you can go back and take a look so they can review it on their own as many times as they need. So once you've fired up, sorry to get on a soapbox there, but here you go. You fired up Screencast-O-Matic, and this is what it's going to show you right as you get started. So you've got this box that's right here. It'll show up, and then it's got your little bar here that will help you work on stuff. But when you're thinking about once you've fired this thing up, when you start recording, remember that everything that's inside of this box here will be what you record. So make sure that you position everything to go into the box. So it's not going to show everything that's here. It's going to show all the stuff that's in the box. That way you can open programs, you can close stuff, you can move things around. So what do the buttons do? This one is a record button. When you're ready to record, you'll hit that, and I'll show you that in another screenshot. This one here is the microphone. You'll notice that at least on this screenshot it says microphone is off. Remember that all of our current desktop computers do not have an installed mic. So you'll have to use one of these things from Tim. Shout out Bediga. You'll have to use one of these to make sure that you have a microphone that is plugged in and set up. If you really want help doing that, you can talk to Mr. Bediga or myself. We can go in, and I'm sure that we will have no problem helping you install a mic. If you do it on a laptop, the microphone is installed. The problem is that it will be very grainy. I actually did one video when I didn't have access to a microphone, and you can tell the quality is very different. It's very hard to hear. I would recommend not recording anything unless you're using one of the mics. So, but that would be how you would turn the microphone on, or how you see the microphone is on or off. And there'll be this nice little green bar that will go, and it will show you when you're actually talking. So I'm looking at my bar, and hey, it's recording. This here will give you the size of the box here, but I recommend using just the regular mouse to kind of stretch and, you know, stretch it out, bring it in, however you want to do it. I find it's easier to use the mouse to make it as precise as you need it to be. This part here is where you turn on the webcam. Again, a reminder, our district computers don't have those yet. The laptops all have them built in. But if you don't have one that's built in, it will always just be forever off. And I have found in doing my videos, I did one without, and the kids were okay with it. But all of a sudden, now that they see that it's me doing it, it makes a big difference. So I highly recommend doing the video using webcam. And then this is the closing down, so when you're done, you can hit the X button, and then it will shut down the program. So that's kind of what you can do in terms of the actual Screencast-O-Matic program. So how do you do a video? You've got this set up, you've opened the program, it's here. The next thing that you would do is you would, at least for me, what I do is I open up a PowerPoint, and then I stretch the box to fit around the PowerPoint. Now, if you're not going to use just one slide, I would recommend keeping it open, because now every time you click on this, click on this, click on this, it will go there. And just to let you know, that's how I'm doing this video. So again, you can see how it will go through pretty rapid fire. So again, you're going to position this, and then this will be here. The only difference that you're going to see is that the webcam picture of yourself will need to be either here or here, and sometimes depending on how you stretch the box, it can move yourself around. So you may want to just keep that in mind as you're getting ready to record. Some people in the training had asked about how to do smartboard stuff. That was a little tricky for me. When I went through it, the only way that I could figure out how to do it, there's an option in the smartboard program to do a side-by-side thing. And when you do the side-by-side, you can do the same thing, but then you have it over here. So as you record, you can still do stuff with the notepad. So I know a lot of math teachers were asking about that. You can do it that way, and then again, you would do the same thing to click on the slides that you would want as you go through. I find PowerPoint is a lot easier, so if you already have a PowerPoint, don't think you need to design a smart notebook thing to make it happen. But it will still work using the smart notebook system. If anybody can think of a better way, I would love to hear it, because I do have a couple of smart notebook things, but that's the only way that I could figure out how to do it. So when you are ready to record, you've positioned this, you're ready, you got your microphone in front of you, it's quiet, you're ready to go, hit the record button, and then it is going to give you a countdown from 3, so it'll go 3, 2, 1, and then it will say go. Once it says go, and it goes from this dark screen to this light screen, you are recording. So you would go through your lesson however you would want to do it. I will remind you that the Screencast-O-Matic thing, the free video, only does 15 minutes. So if I'm talking fast in this video, you maybe know why, because this is a lot more I do in a normal video. So again, if you have any questions, I'm going to try and put a sheet in everybody's mailbox to sort of go through the basics, but this is the process that we have so far. So you hit record, and then you are recording. When you're getting ready to get done, this restart button, and this has bitten me a few times, if you do restart, it will take you all the way to the beginning and make you do the recording over again. If you want to pause it, so if you're like, if you're going to pause it, make sure that you hit the pause button. It'll stop right there, and then it'll come back. You'll notice it. It's a little crackle, but I've done it on a few videos. It's not really that big a deal. So you can pause it in the middle of the video. So that would be like, for example, if I wanted to pause it, it would sound like that. And again, it will give you that 3, 2, 1, go countdown after you pause. So don't think that you just have to hit the ground running right when you're done with the pause. When you are finished, you hit the done button, and then it will take you to another menu, which is this, and it gives you the option to save your video. You have a couple of options. You can publish it to Screencast-O-Matic. That would be that's more of a if you wanted to pay for it kind of thing. So I never use that. You can publish to YouTube straight. The problem is that you would never get to keep that video file. So if you ever wanted to give it to a kid, either on a flash drive or any other way, there's no way you'd be able to do it because would be published to YouTube. So most of the time when I do it, I do this. I do publish to video file. I would recommend before you're done, because I've done this a few times too, go through the entire video to make sure that your microphone didn't cut out or anything like that, because I actually had that where the last 30 seconds of my video cut out. So make sure you double check that before you are done, and make sure that when you are sizing your face, as in when you're sizing how big the webcam thing is, I've done that several times too, to where your title up here, if you are doing the video and you cover this much space, it'll cover that much space for every single PowerPoint slide. So make sure that you have all of your stuff slid to the side so that people can see everything. So when you're done, when you've double checked that, publish to video, and then it will give you an option of whatever format. I just use the basic MP4 format. And then there should be an option. It's a box that's kind of like this. It says save to video. You'll save it, and it'll take you through a countdown. It'll take you how many percent and whatever, and then it'll tell you when it's done. And then that is basically how you do a Screencast-O-Matic video. So if that's all you needed from this video, you can say goodbye. But if you are interested on how to publish stuff to YouTube, I'm going to go through that, as I have like 2 minutes left until my free trial cuts out. Here we go. YouTube. The way that I do it, I have a Gmail account. Most people, it's pretty easy to get a Gmail account. A lot of people have them hanging around, but it also comes with a free YouTube account. So if you have a Gmail account and you've opened up a web browser, so it'll have your name here, it'll say Gmail, images, and it'll have these little boxes that are right here. Click on that, and those boxes will have a bunch of other things, including Google Drive, which is amazing, and then YouTube. You click on YouTube, and then it will take you to your own created YouTube channel. It will probably not look like this because I changed around the photos and things like that, but it'll give you an option that if you want, you can change your name. You can keep it the same. You can do however you want. But how you do the uploading of the video, you have this button here that says upload. You'll click on that, and then it will give you an option like this. And it will say, hey, you just select your files to upload. From this point, I pretty much click and drag. You could search for it if you want to, but I find clicking and dragging to be easier myself. So when you're done there, it will start to do this, which is it will start an uploading process. Before you're done, I highly recommend going to Advanced Settings, which is right here, and make sure that you unclick the things that are right here. That will make sure that kids don't leave comments and that users can't rate your video. Because again, that's not the point. The point is just to let kids see stuff. And you don't want random people that are looking around YouTube to be able to say bad things about your videos. So I would recommend making sure that you unclick those, and that way it's just a video. Kids just watch it, and there you go. When you're done, hit publish, and it will give you a nice little website at the end that you can check. And that is pretty much it. So again, for the Screencast-O-Matic thing, as I have 10 seconds, you can take a look there. Here are some things that are some limitations that you'll need to remember. If you have any questions, you can come and see me. Thanks.